It is Sunday, the 8th of December, 2024. My name is Pigeon Rose, and this is my song of the day. Ages ago, I talked about the song Rocky Took a Lover by Bell X1. It might have even been in my second week. It was really early that I talked about it. Maybe it was during my love week. I don't know. Anyway, I talked about Rocky Took a Lover by Bell X1, and I haven't talked about them since. And there's a few of their songs that I really, really love, and this is most certainly one of them. Today, we're talking about their song Lamposts from the album Flock. We're talking about this song not just because I love it, but because last week I talked about fake plastic trees. And since having fake plastic trees stuck in my head for the last month, I realized some kind of similarities between it and Lampposts. Not in like lyrics or anything, but just in kind of musical structure, mostly in their choruses. It's interesting to me anyway. I can hear it. I don't know if you will, but that's what got it into my head again. So that's why we're talking about it today. I don't think I need to give it too much of a introduction. We'll just go ahead and listen to it and then come back in a few minutes and talk about it. And that is Lampposts by Bell X1. I want to point out, by the way, there's not a typo in my video title or in the image. There's a typo in their song title. Lampposts is spelled with 2 P's, and on the album, they spell it with 1. And they're wrong. But I also enjoy that because it makes it unique. It sounds like lampposts. Anyway, so that's the song. I love how the song feels. It's so slow, but it's got the, the guitar, the kind of clean, reverby guitar, but also you've got the strings, so it has this big kind of swelling feeling, and that helps it feel kind of like wintry. I mean, that's why we're talking about it this week, because he just mentions walking into lampposts. He doesn't mention anything about the weather, but to me, I imagine like a wintry night, and there's maybe a bit of rain or a bit of snow falling in front of the lampposts. It's just what I picture here. This just has this winter feel to it, and I don't know how to explain that. It just does. Anyway, let's go through the lyrics. I've got your blood under my fingernails. It feels like I could never wash it away. Well, how about that? I could never do that. Well, what do you know about that? I could never do that. I've been waiting for your blood to appear on my hands, and there it was under very different circumstances. It's a clanging cymbal to end this drum roll. It's a clanging cymbal to end this drum roll. So, what's this song about, you might ask? I don't fucking know. There's no common interpretations of it or anything. But I feel like you can read it in a lot of ways. It could be about a committed relationship. It could be about a stagnating relationship. It could be about a breakup. It could be about a death. There's a lot of ways you could read this. But to me, it feels like a relationship that has bumps, but not in a permanent negative way. It's like a song about someone acknowledging the problems they have, but reaffirming their kind of commitment, if that makes sense. And so this whole thing of, I've got your blood under my fingernails, it feels like I can never wash it away. How about that? I can never do that. What do you know about that? I can never do that. It's like he's saying, like, you're part of my DNA. I've got your blood under my fingernails. Like that's a very graphic image, and it sounds like murder. But the way I read it is like he's saying, like, you're part of my DNA. I've got your blood under my fingernails. Like, I've got this bit of you within me now, I could never wash it away. I've been waiting for your blood to appear on my hands, and there it was under very different circumstances. It's a clanging cymbal to end this drum roll. That sounds more like a breakup, That sounds more like him saying, like, I was waiting for this feeling of you being part of me forever, but now you're, like, I've hurt you, you're gone, your blood has appeared on my hands, right? It's a clanging cymbal to end this drum roll, of course, referencing a drum roll ending with a big ksh on the cymbal. Now, on Genius, it said symbol, S-Y-M-B-O-L, and I corrected it to C-Y-M-B-A-L, because I doubt it's the other meaning of symbol. Anyway, I've been walking you into these lampposts again. I'd rather do that than let go of your hand, is the chorus. And that's the bit that gets stuck in my head all the time. My reading of the walking into lampposts is like, misguiding someone, like hurting them. I've been walking you into those lampposts again, trying to bring them to the light, but walking them into it. But I'd rather do that than let go of your hand. So this is why I think it sounds like a relationship that has problems, but is not bad, right? Now, it could be about a breakup, like I said, and this could be talking about the final straw, right? I've been walking you into those lampposts again. Like, I've caused problems for you, but I'd rather do that than let go of your hand. I'd rather be in your life than not in your life, I've been watching your fingers straddle the neck of your guitar since you said they'd buckle like the legs of a newborn foal, but they're still standing, making those sweet mongrel chord shapes. Yeah, they're still standing, and you got the middle one raised to me. Classic Paul Noonan songwriting, referencing giving someone the finger. So I've been watching your fingers straddle the neck of your guitar, just playing the guitar, pretty simple, since you said they'd buckle like the legs of a newborn foal. So this ties back to straddle, usually being like talking about someone on a horseback or whatever, and then referencing buckling like the legs of a newborn foal, but they're still standing making those sweet mongrel chord shapes. So it sounds like he's saying, you know, he's watching her play guitar, and even though she said she's not very good at it, she's making these mongrel chord shapes. Is an interesting thing to say. I doubt that's an actual term. I think he's just saying, like, you know, a mongrel is a dog that's kind of an indeterminate breed, so he's saying, like, you're not playing anything recognizable, but it still sounds good, right? Those sweet mongrel chord shapes. Yeah, they're still standing, and you've got the middle one raised to me, so giving him the finger, right? And then you get the chorus again. I've been walking you into those lampposts again. I'd rather do that than let go your hand. And then the bridge is so interesting to me because it explodes into this big orchestral thing. Kind of makes you think of like A Day in the Life or something. And then he says, I feel you from me. And he says, Braham hu. I am terrible at Irish, but this phrase, Braham hu, I think I'm saying it right, is Irish for I feel you from me. And that's a very odd phrase, I feel you from me. But what it is generally used to mean is I miss you, but it more accurately is describing I feel you from me is you are missing from me, right? Which is a really interesting, a lot of languages do that. They translate I miss you as you are missing from me, which is an interesting way to interpret that sort of feeling. It's not that I miss you, it's that you're a part of me and you're gone, you're missing from me, right? And so I love that they have this bridge that includes this Irish line sung in Irish, because a lot of people don't speak Irish like myself for various reasons, mostly involving the British, and it's great to have art that still includes bits in Irish, even if it's only a sentence like this, you know? Now, mind you, Bell X1 are a very Irish band. I talked about Rocky Took a Liver before, where they say things like, would you go away and shite? But, you know, actually using Gaeilge in a song like this is great. Anyway, the rest of the song is just that, I feel you from me, Bramum who, I feel you from me, and then the chorus again, I've been walking you into those lampposts again, I'd rather do that than let go your hand. And the rest of the song just has this long outro, and I love it so much. I love this song, I love the way it sounds, it's great. I wonder, do you get what I mean about it sounding like fake plastic trees? It's the chorus, mostly the way it goes down, and you hear the kind of organy, electric piano-y sound of the doo-doo-doo. It makes me think of the organ under It Wears Her Out. It just makes me think of that kind of structure, you know. Anyway, that's going to do it for today, and indeed for this week. Next week is going to be an unthemed week. I'm just going to talk about whatever the fuck, so look forward to that. But that is the end of our winter week. Thank you so much for listening. Please hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below, tell me what you think, tell other people about the show. Thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you tomorrow.
Break it down.